What's up, everybody? I'm Sly The Movie Guy, and here's my movie review of Long Shot, directed by Jonathan Levine, the director of 50/50, The Night Before, and other films. And this film stars Seth Rogen, Charlize Theron, O.J. Jackson Jr., and the rest of the other cast and crew. And in this film, when Fred Flarsky reunites with his first crush, one of the most influential women in the world, Charlotte Field, he charms her as she prepares to make a run for presidency. Charlotte hires Fred as her speechwriter, and sparks fly. I was very iffy with the trailers. I saw the trailers in theaters when I was seeing another movie, and the trailers just didn't do it for me. And that happens with comedy movies. When the trailers comes out, I usually in the past I'd be laughing at them, and then when I go to the movies, I get a letdown. So with comedy movies, I always kind of have low expectations when it comes to trailers, but I end up leaving surprising if it's really good and funny. And I did that with Game Night last year, a film that I didn't think the trailers didn't hit me, didn't do it for me, but I left out the movie theater surprised, and I shouldn't done it with this movie, because with Jonathan Levine, the director that did 50/50 and The Night Before, that starred Seth Rogen in those films, kind of coincidence that they start that director and the actors is coming again for this film. Should have realized that those two films were absolutely funny and amazing, and how Jonathan Levine knows how to direct a comedy film. I should have realized that this one should have been good. And he did a film called Snatch, which that wasn't that good. I think it came out in 2017, starred Amy Schumer, so I do not recommend that film, but the other two films I do recommend. And all I got to say is, man, this film is freaking hilarious. This is absolutely a film you need to go see in theaters. My goodness. Woo! This movie, I was in tears laughing. There's so much funny stuff. This movie really surprised me. And one of the things I liked from it as a comedy romance, it had like Charlize Theron running for presidency. So this is like a political romance comedy movie. So it's kind of like that type of thing. And I was kind of curious on like how that's going to work. Are they going to make it serious with the comedy? If they can do that, hey, I can take that, because you can have a good certain blend when it comes to like political politics and stuff like that with a romance comedy movie. And this movie worked well. And what it did was, it didn't add like so much of the serious political stuff, even though there were some scenes with it, but it actually worked with the comedy and stuff like that. And it didn't like dwell on it so much, because it did it with Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron, made it about those two characters and their backstory and stuff. So I liked how they did it with the romance comedy right out through the film, like have where the politics is going on, but Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen going back, like figuring out do they like each other and stuff like that. So I thought that film did a fantastic job and all that. So you get to see the whole like development chemistry between Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron's character, especially in the beginning of the film, like where we get the backstory where Charlize Theron was his like first, like his babysitter and stuff, and Seth Rogen developed this crush on her character. So I thought that absolutely worked well in this film. Let me talk about the comedy aspect of this film. Man, the comedy is so funny. Like I said, the backstory where Seth Rogen talking about how she was a babysitter, where he tells O.J. Jackson Jr. about how he met her and stuff. It was absolutely funny. Then later on in the film, one of our characters is getting checked out from like in the metal detector area, like had to pull stuff out of their pocket. That was absolutely funny. I was freaking laughing. It was funny. I laughed. Like I said, there was some funny parts in this movie. That's what I liked about it. The comedy parts was absolutely clever, and I give that credit to the director and writers. They knew what kind of film it was, and they didn't like take themselves too serious. And I like when comedy movies don't take themselves serious, because sometimes when it comes to sitcom shows or comedy movies, they're all taking themselves serious, but just relax and make a simple joke. And this movie really did it, and especially with the dialogue, because there's some parts that adds like a little bit of like acting comedy, like stuff happens, but most time it's dialogue and you got to hear it. So as I watched the movie, I like how some of the dialogue comedy really worked well, and I was just laughing. It just makes my jaw was hurting after the movie. So anything with like like each character saying stuff, it was just funny. And that comes from the acting. And the acting, Seth Rogen does a fantastic job. I say, my God, he was absolutely funny. Every time he's on screen, on certain parts, like his character, he's a journalist, writer, and stuff. It was absolutely funny. I was just laughing. Man, Seth Rogen was just hilarious. Each scene, he just had me cracking up, and I couldn't help it. But man, I was busting out laughing. All the whole crowd was just laughing. There was a lot of people were just in tears laughing, just like me. Charlize Theron does a fantastic job as always. Any film you put Charlize Theron in, I think she does a phenomenal job. It all depends on who the directors and writers. But man, she absolutely excels, and her chemistry with Seth Rogen is absolutely amazing. Because I would never thought Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron in the same film, but man, the chemistry was just two thumbs up. Actually, it paid off. It's kind of weird that you could see a movie with an actor and an actress you've never seen before in the same scene, but man, it absolutely worked, and I absolutely give all that like I said, two thumbs up. O.J. Jackson Jr. What can I say about it? I mean, the guy that did Straight Outta Compton, and this is Ice Cube's son. After that, I really don't know what to say. This guy absolutely proved himself as a movie star. He was funny. And then the screen time, he didn't get much screen time like Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen. But when he does get the screen time, it is funny. It's the stuff he says, my God, it's funny. Especially with Seth Rogen and him. And I'll say those two had good chemistry too. My God, it was absolutely amazing. I would love to see them two in another comedy movie, or see O'Shea Jackson Jr. Excuse me for saying his name wrong. If I'd like to see him in another comedy movie, because he's showing he got like comedic chops. So I can't wait to see if he does another comedy movie. I would love to see more of that. Man, he was just funny. Everybody does a fantastic job with the funny comedic timing, and the directing and writing was just absolutely amazing. Now to get to my nitpicks and flaws. Like I said, this is not a perfect movie, but hey, I still enjoyed it. But one of the things I say is some of the joke gags didn't work for me. There's some parts I was like, okay, I got the jokes. It was fine here and there. But like I said, I really laughed a whole lot in this film. But some of the gags kind of like was not funny. And so I was kind of like, it kind of slowed down my roll. And I had to pick up my laughter after that and the enjoyment. But those were one of the parts. Then, to comedy movies, why they have to last too long. This was a 2 hour and 2 minute movie, so comedy movies usually should last about like an hour 33 or hour 45 minutes, and this one was like 2 hours, so that kind of was like a long drag. So some parts was kind of like spaced out when it comes to like some serious moments and stuff like that. And some jokes do pop up, but it took some time just to get back to it. And it's around happens in the second and third act. So second and third act of the film, I was kind of like, okay, I need to get my laughter back. So I kind of like had like a break between. So I wanted to keep the laughter going on. So that was one of the parts I wish the film was kind of a little bit shorter. But those are one of my flaws and nitpicks. Overall, this movie is absolutely funny. I do recommend you checking it out if you're old enough, because this film is rated R, so this is not for kids. So I'll let you know that now. So I really enjoyed this film. Man, it was absolutely amazing. I hope you get a chance to check it out. Please go check this movie out. This is a treat to watch, and I'm going to give this film a B+. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this film. Did you like it or not? Let me know. And tell me what's your favorite romance comedy. Like Crazy Rich Asians is one of my favorites, but The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds, that was one of my favorite films. So those are the films I say check out if you haven't seen them. Please just tell me what's your favorite romance comedy film. There's a whole lot of them. Let me know. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, click thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, click subscribe and the bell button. That's so I can see you next time on Sly the Movie Guy. Peace.